After go home. ME3, what do we have here? Doesn't look too bad, but who am I to judge? So, let's have him like this for now. Let's have that. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this goes. Oh, shush. How can he speak? Let me see, that's right, this is the place. Is this place too ornate to be a music store? Of course, this is the best music store in all of Wiesenheim. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought you here. But I didn't apply to enter the cliffy patio. Those bureaucrats are so inefficient that by the time they process your application, that concert would already be over. Plus, even if we don't get found out, we'd only be looking at a fine. I heard that if someone helps an infected leave the afterglow, the punishment for them is worse than for the infected. What's there to be afraid of? It'll be fine. Stand up straight and don't act skittish. Just don't let anyone be able to tell, and we won't have an issue. Welcome, my hair. Are you here to pick out an instrument, or? Of course. Let's find ourselves a cello first. Very well. Who might this gentleman with you be? He's my... Mynheer, I apologize for my rudeness, but I must remind you that those wearing an unauthorized apparel are not allowed in the store. I'll go wait outside then. Outside? What exactly are you afraid of? Acting all suspicious, don't tell me you have any idea upon whom you're casting aspersion? Unauthorized, suspicious. How dare you use such words to describe a noble? Do you value your job or not? He's simply fallen on hard times and he has no choice but to dress plainly. His clothes are neither damaged nor dirty, so why would he not be allowed inside the store? Excuse my rudeness, but the gentleman's attire does not match the store's required style of... Style? My cousin has suffered a great upheaval. His cello, which he cherished greatly, was destroyed in the turmoil. I wanted to bring him here to buy a new cello as a way to expressing my condolences. What right do you have to spout nonsense about style? I'm terribly sorry about this, but it is the store policy that all customers must be dressed appropriately. I'm sorry, but they cannot allow your companion to enter. Fine then. Ebenhold takes off the cloak and drapes it over Kreider. Now that he's wearing the same clothes as me, can he enter? Or is my cloak somehow part of your inappropriate dress? If I put my cloak back on later, am I also not allowed to enter? Well, I'll go ask the manager. This one can't just mind his own business. Here, your coat. Thank you. You're welcome. It was my idea to bring you here to buy a cello in the first place. I'm bringing you inside the store one way or another, even if I have to pick a fight with that clerk. We would like to extend our sincerest apologies to both of you. The manager will be here shortly and he will personally show you our instruments. So give me a second. Yeah, that's fine. Excuse me, are you busy right now? Oh, it's Hibiscus. I've got plenty of time. It's about your condition. Okay, I also have to do some stuff. That's gonna be fine. Phew. I was worried that Clark was going to report us to the authorities. Nonsense. It's not like he knew you were uninfected. He just saw your shabby clothes and took you for a commoner. Looks like we forgot something. We did? Our suits, of course. Surely you don't plan to wear this on stage, it's too unprofessional. Let's go and find you the best tailor in all of Wiesenheim. No, I can't. During the fitting, the Regina crystals would... You do have a point. In that case, you'll find the best tailor in the afterglow. How about it? The sky is blue and fine. Alright, alright. I can't thank you enough for buying the cello for me and for helping me order a suit. The cello's on me, and we haven't even gotten your clothes yet, nor do we know how they look on you. You can save your thanks for later. You'll know by tomorrow afternoon. I'm sure they'll fit just great. So thank you. Since we left the store, all you've been doing other than humming is thanking me. We've been over it a dozen times already. The river murmurs clear. This tune. What's the matter? I think I've heard it before, or maybe I haven't. Never mind, it's probably just my imagination. By the way, you've studied the cello, so why don't you have one of your own? Did it break? Teacher who taught me how to play it did give me a cello, but it didn't take long for someone to mess it up. Even though it's still sitting back at home, by the time I leave the city, I might only be able to bring the bow with me. Just the bow? What's the purpose of that? Seeing the bow is enough to remind me of my teacher. I'm afraid that if I were to lose the bow, I might forget my teacher as well. Forget? You remember your teacher just fine. Actually, I'm already starting to forget. My teacher was a nice sancta lady with long hair. She dressed plainly and always had a smile on her face. I used to remember a lot more, as if she were standing right before my eyes, but not anymore. There are actually a lot of others I wanted to remember. So I need a few keepsakes to make sure that I won't completely forget. Keepsakes, huh? What about right now? What do we plan to remember Cerny by? I suppose a signature would do just fine. What about hibiscus for Rose Island? For hibiscus? Maybe an empty medicine bottle with the Rose Island's logo? You're too easy to please. So long as it helps me remember, the actual object doesn't matter. What about me then? It'd be the cello, wouldn't it? Maybe something else. The cello for my teacher didn't last very long, if this one also... Fair enough. I want to keep a coin that you gave me. Maybe punch a hole through it and wear it as a pendant. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Money is how you remember me. Is there something wrong with that? Then I'll pick something else. No, it's a fine idea. Shall we head back home and practice? Actually, I was thinking, why don't we pay a visit to Herr Cerny's first? Oh? I'll pass. It's no secret that he gets so pissy when he sees me. I'm sure that's just a misunderstanding. It'll get cleared up. You've been saying that since the first days we met him. Even if it really is some sort of misunderstanding, I think we're well beyond the point of clearing anything up, so please, I'll pass after all. But Herr Cerny approved of you yesterday, didn't he? A misunderstanding? All misunderstandings have to be resolved bit by bit. Let's go. I want to see him so we can try out the cello you just got for me. It'd be a shame if such a wonderful instrument didn't have a knowledgeable audience. Excuse me, are you busy right now? Hibiscus? Sorry, but now's not a very good time. Just like you to answer a few questions. You're also free to not answer if there's anything you're not comfortable disclosing. You're not gonna take my blood? I want that without your consent. Okay. I don't want to believe it, but this show isn't something you can find in the afterglow after one morning of shopping around. You went to the cliffy patio, didn't you? I did. Bold of you. Actually, Holmes got into an argument with the store clerk just so I could get into the store. An argument? Did you think your clothes weren't fancy enough for the cliffy patio? The clerk said something about not being able to enter the store unless dressed appropriately, but do you see anything wrong with Kreide's satire? They were purposely fault-finding because Kreide was wearing commoner clothes. So you, a noble, have begun to fight for the commoners. I did it for Kreide. Regardless of whether he's a noble or a commoner, his skill is more than worthy of his instruments inside the store. To deny Kreide entry but to sell those magnificent wares to nobles who needlessly fill their shelves with them would be to treat the finest lumber as firewood. I didn't expect to hear those words out of your mouth. Kreide, go ahead and get acquainted with your new instrument. I'll accompany Holmes and have him practice solo for a bit. Let's see if we can change some of his own habits. Change my habits? I dare say... Yes, Herr Cerny. See, all misunderstandings have to be resolved bit by bit. Herr Cerny's attitude is already changing, the rest is up to you. What a chill music though. What's this? I found something. Oh, the wires got intermingled. Hello? You, the devil! Get out of here! Do you have memory problems or something? Sorry to bother you. Get your ass back here. Did you need something? You're planning to go hide back in your office again, aren't you? You're being a bit unreasonable. Who the hell do you think you are? You still owe me quite a lot of coffee money, so who do you think I am? Oh, it's you, Beamer. Sorry, I didn't notice you here. And he runs away. When debt is involved, they all just run away, cowards. So what did I see? Ah, that. Thank you. Don't mention it. At the end of the day, the African is an infected settlement. It's really lively here, but you run into plenty who can't be reasoned with. Best be careful out here. Thank you for the reminder. Here's my business card, with the phone number of my coffee shop on the front and side. If you ever first give me a call, we deliver to real fast. By the way, hasn't Andante always been the one in charge of the Rhodes Island office? Did you just get dispatched over here? Actually, I'm here to investigate some strange happenings. Oh, Mr. Bigor, regarding your condition. Strange happenings? What kind of strange are you talking about? I haven't heard a thing. So, this is what happened. And we're back here. No, that's Gertrude, yeah. How fares the situation? Rahman's plans proceed spectacularly. Graf Ortega's actions were larger within expectation, though he did cause some hindrances to Rahman. It was most likely accidental and did not incur any lasting consequences. That's nothing. I never expected Rahman alone to drive Rhodes Islands out of the afterglow. As for Cerny, he already had to expend most of the goodwill he's earned, not to mention copyrights, to invite those haughty critics to the concert. But also has it that he held his nose and wrote a glowing recommendation for a noble someone that he had nothing but disdain for. Someone like him. There's no going back now that he stooped to this level. What about the Sancta from a few days ago, if I remember right? When she applied for entry in the city, she said she came from Matrano to immerse herself in Lithuanian culture. According to the records, she wandered her tour around Wiesheim and left earlier today for her next destination. So we don't have to worry about her. Let's go. We should be on our way to after go home. But our appointment with Cerny isn't until tonight. There's no shortage for prep work to be done. Plus, if the one ever decides to head to after go home on a whim, our hard muscle won't be enough to stop him. That's when things get troublesome. I see, that's wrong. Der Freischutz. Oh, we're under den. Okay. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of interesting, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm just goofing around. Okay, so it just gets blocked by that one. That's not a good one though. Okay. Let's just get some DP. Okay, I want you. And we're good to go. Okay, so far so good. Well, I should have done it like this, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, go. There we go. That's not long loud on my end. Give me a second. Maybe just me. Like with that, sure. And the last one. Nice. Oh, like my tooth hurts. I don't appreciate it. Okay, let's have that like this. Okay, it's not shaking, lovely. No good. At the triplets, no, throughout this entire piece. What you were trying to show off at first, but after a few sessions it's clear that you're not. Instead, you're deliberately handling high difficulty passages with excessively flair, as if to obfuscate the less technical passages. In theory, you should already be quite familiar with this piece, so what's the point of fudging the easy sections? The point? Fudge my way out of this route, mechanically drilling. How's that for an answer? You lost your temper? Showing off? Fudging? Why such loaded words? The way I see it, I'm wasting time repeating the same piece over and over. Whether you understand or not doesn't matter to me, but you're going to be playing in my concert. If I say it's no good, then that means it's no good. Keep practicing and don't stop until you understand what I'm talking about. Fine. I also happen to want to know what manner of unfathomable creature I'm running from. Start from measure 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what's my... okay. What's the matter? What is going through your head when you play the passages now? Nothing in particular. Wrong. You're throwing a fit at me. And what warranted you specifically pointing that out to me? That was the best you've sounded all day. Are you joking? Do I need to joke around with you? All you can think about right now is how to shut me up, isn't that right? That's exactly the way you approach it. When I wrote the piece, I also was thinking of someone who always competes with me. You're not saying anything, so I assume you're still surly? Or do you have such a problem with me that you don't want anything to do with me anymore? No, actually thought... What? I thought you had a problem with me. I do have a problem with you. You have a problem with me, and is it that I'm noble? That is one reason, but not a particularly important one. It's true that I do not like nobles, but that does not stop me from uploading their music. Just as some nobles see me as unclean, but that does not stop me from practicing my compositions at home. Even the fortunate ones, sheltered and blissfully unaware of the plight of man, with sufficient respect for music and a desire to pursue it, may be found expounding the joys of life. But your performance is virtuosic at times, yet perfunctory at others, so wrong it's as if one side of you is just trying to kill time, while the other half is going great lengths for embellishment and frills, as if to prove the other that your problem is a matter of motivation rather than capacity. Give me a second, I'm cleaning my, what's it called? Mic? Yes. Let me be clear about this. This is a form of blasphemy against music, an attitude I absolutely cannot accept. Fortunately for you, you've already proven to me that you're not doing it on purpose. At least you have the ability to rid yourself of the state. What I suspect more now is that you had a talented teacher who was irresponsible towards his students. Yes, that's exactly the kind of person my teacher was. Thanks to him, I can perform a few pieces on pretty much every instrument, but I owe him from the bottom of my heart. If that actually is the case, his music must have been quite unusual as well. You're right about that, but I don't want to talk about him anymore. No matter. Back on topic, I need you to remember how you felt today. I'm not telling you to keep holding your nose while you're practicing the piece, but I'd like to remember the rhythms and expressions from the last time. and the way you play those passages and transitions. Alright. Good, let's wrap things up. You must be tired from practicing for so long. I still need to take a look around the concert hall and meet my sponsor, so I need to get going soon. That's it for today. I'll have Ursula fetch something to drink for you and Kreide. Ursula? Ursula, where are you? Kreide? Have you seen Ursula? She said she was going to Rhodes Islands to fetch some medicine and left about half an hour ago. Half an hour ago? The office isn't that far away. I'll head down to Rhodes Island's office to see what's going on. You two can go home. I was about to go there to visit my grandpa, so I'll come with you. Ebenholz, want to join us? Not like I have anything better to do. Are they just like having a good time or? Ebenholz, Kreide and Mr. Cerny too. You all came at just the right time. I'm cooking some food. Would you like to join us in a bit? Hibiscus, where's Ursula? Miss Ursula's simply around in the kitchen. Well, if it isn't her Cerny. Didn't you come here to pick up medicine? How do you end up cooking? That was the plan, but I called Hibiscus cooking and then they went out again, though it is bad to impose and offer to lend a hand. Now you're here and that takes care of tonight's dinner as well. Since Ebenholz and Kreide are here too, we need to make extra. How about Grandpa's portion? Your grandpa has been asleep this whole time. I'm afraid he won't be able to join us at the table tonight. The whole time? As his condition worsened. Don't worry, as far as I can tell, that's a common side effect of the vacation, but he'll adjust to it soon enough. Alright. Hibiscus, what's this thing? It looks just like an apple. It's a very nutritious tuber. Great for your health. I haven't seasoned it yet though, so hold on a bit. Aren't you gonna go check out the concert hall with your sponsor? I still have to fill up the tank before I go. That sponsor must be very dear to you, Herr Cerny. My brain just abolished there. Dear. Quite opposite. Oh? At first I truly thought the two of us were kindred spirits, but I quickly realized she's not the same kind of person as I. If I recall correctly, your true soulmates was the one intimately connected to Morgan and Abend, only to pass away before you completed that opus. That's right. Now that I think about it more calmly, the reason you rubbed me the wrong way from the very beginning might have been something to do with the way this piece came about. Hearing you play Morgan and Abend like that filled my heart with some dissatisfaction. But now that you've seen the light, the stone in my heart has at least been shed. It's all thanks to all those hours of intense instructions you provided, otherwise, I see sarcasm in one of your, as one of your bad habits. Maybe it is. It's fine, I don't mind. The way I see it, the most important quality a musician can have, is sincerity. Sarcasm aside, even deeply rooted hatred, if expressed using the proper techniques, is meaningful all the same. The last dish is ready. Where's my... I lost my mouse. If not for Ursula's help, cooking all these dishes would have taken forever. Eating together must make us feel like we're one big family. Family, huh? Speaking of family, I wonder how Lava is doing back at the landship. Lava? Lava's my sister, and infected. She can be a handful at times, but she's a good egg. Your eyes lighten up when you mention your sister, Hibiscus. Really? Lava's the kind of girl who remembers who's been good to her, even if she's bad at expressing it. She's always getting into trouble. She's also infected, but like me, she's really into studying her own regime arts. That's why she needs to pay extra attention to her diet. Plus, she tends to miss meals to stay up late because of her training, and I always have to remind her. Oh my, I'm sorry. Whether I talk about Lava, I can't help myself. The food's getting to go cold, so let's again. I'm going to go change Kreide's grandpa's bandages first, and then I'll be right back. She sure loves her little sister. That's what siblings are for. Can't help but wonder at times, if my hair had a brother or sister of his own, maybe a bit more easygoing. Ursula. Hibiscus, are you done changing those bandages? I'll be there in a moment. Coming, thanks for waiting. Now then, don't stand on ceremony, go ahead and again. Okay, where are we? Here you go, 1 order of pan-fried sauerkraut. Thank you. Finally, something normal to eat. Wait, you even packed some of her health food to go. I must admit the taste was rather odd, but I don't think it's good to waste food. You can eat that yourself tomorrow. Wow, that's rude. Care... Nobody liked it. Care for another bowl of soup, mynheer. No thanks, Info. You didn't notice anything off with the cooking when you were in the kitchen? Couldn't just go around tasting food being in someone else's kitchen and all. Besides, she does cook plenty healthy, I could see that much. Suppose I could also learn a thing or two from Hibiscus, checking out my own cooking. My hair? I'm just joking, come back! Oh, nobody liked it, come on. I'm back! How was it? Have you eaten yet? If not, thanks for the offer, but I already ate out. Oh, I even saved a portion just for you. Sorry for making you do a detective legwork, but it's hard for me to get around right now. Don't worry about it, I'm also part of the afterglow. If I can find some way to improve the situation or benefit me just fine. Now for the data analysis. I must say, the setup surpasses my expectation. Far from it, my hair. This is your farewell concert after all, if anything you ought to be more grandiose. I was talking about the instruments. Ah, yes, the McGartrude spent a significant amount of money procuring highest quality instruments. We've tried our best to meet you and your musicians' needs when it comes to the venue and equipment. Now that you had a good look around, if I'm not mistaken, we still haven't seen the lounge. Ah, look at this sorry memory of mine. Right this way. That's strange, why don't this door open? Is there someone inside? Yes, someone indeed is inside. Dame Gertrude? Considering the significance of this concert, I'm personally inspecting the concert hall's furnishings. That you would have to come handle such trivial matters in person means that we have failed our duties. Sincerest apologies. It's fine. You heard right, Her Cerny is also here. Yes, Sam. What are you doing in here? I'm checking the lounge interior. In my opinion, while the lounges meet the bare minimums as set by you and your musicians and leave much to be desired. Water stain on the mirrors, rusting on the drawer handle plating, small holes in the carpet, just to name on a few of the problems. I told you before, the concert doesn't need so much pomp and flair. As long as things work, it's good enough. That will not do. As your sponsor, my reputation is closely tied to the performance that you and your underlings put on. How many times I have to tell you, they are musicians who volunteer to play in the concert, not my underlings. There's no difference in the eyes of the people you've invited. Have it your way. I'll open the door for you now. You're free to inspect the facilities yourself. Never mind, I'll just leave it in your hands. You not want to come in and take a look? Not in the slightest, as you can stop putting on airs. I trust you didn't want to see my face either, right? So let's make things easy for one another. There's ringing your phone. This is how we always talk to each other. Then run along and do as you please. I'll proceed with the needed inspection here. I just hope that these mundane affairs will prove to be a benefit to you one day of the concert rather than a hindrance. Oh, that's it. Nice. Wait. Okay, I can't write for the life of me. There we go. Now LA4, let's go to the... That's halfway point after I finish that, right? I think so. I love the music though. Oh, what's happening in here? Oh, coming! I'll be right there. What the fuck off, movie? What the fuck? Like, why are you there at the wrong time? First word you hear. Why are you hearing only that? Like, come on, I've been talking for 5.5 hours. Even with like a terrible toothache, I'm still continuing to speak and you hear the one word that you shouldn't hear. Hey, Viscous? Good morning, you're up early today, it's barely light out. Where's Ebenholz? He's still asleep. Your eyes are bloodshot. Do you stay up all night? Wake him too, hurry. What happened? Hey, yo, what happened? False recovery. I have no idea what you're trying to say. You really may not understand me, or are you just... Fine, I'll explain it one more time. The reason I came to the Afterglow was to investigate why the infected people here were suddenly getting better. But according to our visits over the last few days, the infected here in Afterglow are not getting better, but exhibiting something called a false recovery. In other words, the patient's conditions appear to be getting better, but in the reality is taking a turn for the worse. Why would they appear to be improving then, if they are getting worse? Oh, darling. So I'm lost right now. Okay. You know who Ebenholz is, at the very least. So TLDR, Hibiscus came to the Afterglow to investigate why the infected were getting, like, showing improvement with oropathy. Yet they were not showing improvement, they were just getting worse. But they were tricked, like their bodies tricked them that they were thinking that they were getting better, but no, they were just getting worse. And my understanding is that the cause of it is probably Ebenholz and Kreide. And that voice within them, that's my, like, guess for now. Because they have, like, some mundane voice of the realm in them, I don't know, like the traces of the Witch King. I kinda got spoiled by Ebenholz's E2, because he says something there which I'm not gonna tell you now, because it hasn't been told in here yet. But it gives you, like, insight to why that could be the case. As Ebenholz is a little special. Okay, I did read that. Let me explain it another way. Generally speaking, whether the body is injured, the best outcome is for it to return to its original state. If it is unable to return to its original state, the body will mobilize its not damaged parts recovered for the functions lost through the injury, a process we call compensation. Right now, most infected in Afterglow have activated their body compensation functions, causing them to appear to be in very good shape. But inside them, where the eye cannot see, the severity of their oropathy is rapidly getting worse. At the current state, a certain cohort is about to enter the decompensation stage. Decompensation. Once the extent of the damage exceeds the body's maximum ability to compensate, the fragile equilibrium is broken and the patient quickly lapses into an acute exacerbation stage of oropathy, where their condition deteriorates sharply and becomes life-threatening. Actually, there are already people starting to enter the acute stage. How? I get the gist of what you're talking about, but what does this have to do with... Wait, they're saying that Kreide is a threat too? No. That isn't the problem. Based on the analysis of our findings, so you and Kreide seem to be the primary factors behind this occurrence. Let's go! Let's go! Nail on the head! Nail on the head! Nice, I got it. Yeah, the voice in them is the brain is the cause? Cause, that's the word. Weak. Also, what's the... Let me just check Discord for a second. I saw something. Okay, that's fine. I just saw something, but I'm gonna choose to ignore it. So what did you say, Ronnie? Sorry. See, I was starting to get hyped when you said the other puppy thing improved. And I didn't say it improved. I said that the bodies of the infected tricked them to believe that their Oripuffy is improving, but no, it's not. I never said it's improving. That isn't... Okay, I did read that. Kaida and I caused all of this. Oh, before that you mean, huh? That's complete nonsense. After analyzing your activities and movements, I'm confirmed that you, or maybe something you're carrying, is strongly correlated with the incidence of false recovery. For example, the worker in the laundromat beside your residence said the day before that she felt especially good. Her conditions worsened dramatically last night, and she was nearly taken to hospice care. I urge the two of you to cooperate with me. If you have any leads, please let me know right away. This is for the safety of everyone after all. You can't think of anything at all? Nothing coming to mind. Can the two of you come down to the office with me and let me check something real quick, just in case? Hiya. You yourself. Oh, if I only could spell. Are a massive pain. There we go. Judging by the markers, one of you is a completely healthy man and the other one is in a stable phase of Oripuffy. Who could this be? Hibiscus, this time is the owner of the music shop behind African Hall. How's the situation? Thankfully, he signed an agreement with the hospital and the Cliffy patio and has already been picked up. Another case of false recovery. That's right, just yesterday afternoon he reported no discomfort whatsoever. I'll go follow up just to make sure the hospital does find a way to renege on the agreement. Those two, I'll handle it. Then I'll be off. Cultured milk. Cultured milk? What the fuck is... What the fuck is cultured milk? What the fuck? Where do you even find that? Like, God forbid. I have to ask again, is there anything you can think of? Every moment is the difference between life and death, so please. Also give me a second, I need to dust off. Like my mouse pad, like where did all this dust come from? Jesus. There we go. Got rid of it. How about this, Ivanholt? Why don't you come with me first? Let's have a chat about this. Kreide, would you mind waiting a bit inside? Why do you drag me out here by myself? I apologize in advance if this comes off the wrong way, but I want you and Kreide to keep some distance from each other. The sooner the better. Okay. Give me a second. Needed to fix something. Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this and not him? Do you suspect that I purposely caused this so-called full recovery? No. If only it were that simple, I'll be able to hand you straight to the Wiesenheim authorities and that solved the root of the issue. But the incidents of false recovery started before you arrived, and Dante was the one who noticed. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come to the African or even to Wiesenheim. And why did you say that? Before I came. What about Kreide? The phenomenon of false recovery began right after he arrived in Wiesenheim. After he arrived in Wiesenheim? How could it be? It was roughly the same time Kreide arrived in the Afterglow. The indicators on the portion of infected here began to gradually improve. But his effect on the infected was so minuscule at the time that nobody else noticed except the throughout and careful Andante. After the two of you met at the registration, Kreide's influence suddenly strengthened. Based on the reports Andante submitted, To Roseanne's ancient, the situation would take at least half a year to deteriorate to its current state with just Kryder alone. After you arrived, just a few days in time, we have the current situation in our hands. I need you to explain to me what exactly is going on here. If you don't have an explanation, I'll need you to put things on hold before the situation's made out of control. So I hope you leave the Afterglow in Wiesheim as quickly as possible. What about the concert? The concert? That's what matters to you. If the phone's recovery is caused by some sort of arts, then your ensemble will amplify that, if anything. Wait, could it be that you're... Stop. I'll be frank, I hate nothing more than being unfairly accused. This isn't a problem that can be resolved by respecting your feelings. I know. So give me some time. How long do you need? If things go smoothly, just a few hours. If not, I don't know. But I promise I'll be back. Alright, I'll trust you just this once. What's going on? Sheesh. Japan. Okay. So let me just write a message. I have to be annoying. Loony, bad Loony, bad Loony. Very bad Loony. Okay, I don't agree to this. Everyone worked so hard to perform in the concert and finally managed to win over Herr Cerny. It'd be a travesty if you just walked away at this point. You're missing the bigger picture. We're talking about people's lives here. But... Ebenholz, where are you going? Ebenholz. Okay, he's gonna leave on his own. You look like you're all out of breath. Did you run the entire way here? I'd urge you not to seek me out in this matter. The risk of being exposed is... Exposed. Things are starting to get pear-shaped and that's what you're worried about? I want to ask you something. Does resonance from your so-called voice of the Terra have any effect on other people? The resonance? No. As long as it's not deliberately directed, the voice of the Terra's resonance should not affect others in any way. Then why did Hibiscus see me and Kryde as the source of Holmes' recoveries? Hibiscus? Rosalind's operator dispatched to Wiesheim. So Rosalind has termed this phenomenon false recovery, a clear and concise descriptions as you would expect of such professionals. You knew about it after all. If you're talking about anomalies that have been happening to the infected in Africa recently, then yes, I do know. What exactly is going on? It's quite good, not gonna lie. Your Tex Hunter 2.0, like... someone said, like, I think it was Herscher, that she looks like Tex's mom. Also, Looney, you shouldn't drink that much milk. Milk ain't good for you. Stated simply, the voice of Terra within Kryde is damaged. Damaged? When you cast arts, the voice of Terra inside you will activate, therefore assisting you, correct? Yes, I do hear a faint, shrill melodies and casting arts. How can something like that be damaged? Kryde's voice of Terra has always been in an active state, unlike you who are able to turn yourself. I'm not telling you to not drink milk at all, just to not drink too much of it. You're gonna mess up your stomach. In other words, he's been unconsciously casting arts all around him with no ability to control it. If you ask him, he's probably tell you that he's always been able to hear some sort of weak melody in his head. You can understand this phenomenon as leakage. This false recovery is a product of the voice of Terra's leakage, indiscriminately increasing the activity of Regenium in the surroundings, using the power of the Regenium to heal the nearby infected. However, the source of healing energy is taken directly from the Regenium within the body of each infected. Even the infected themselves as arts devices using the Regenium inside their bodies to enhance their compensatory functions. This is the false recovery caused by Kryde's voice of Terra. Credit has been in a state for a long time, continuously infected around him. If this has been going on for so long, someone should figure it out by now. The credit for that goes to you, Herr Ebenholz. Me? Resonance. Resonance amplifies the leakage of Radio's voice of terror, which is causing an explosion in the recent cases of false recovery. That's the situation, yes. Alright, I see exactly what's going on now. I hereby withdraw from your plan. Freedom is at your fingertips, and you're going to give it up just like that. I'm not crazy enough to buy my freedom with the life of the entire swamp when infected. You've been shaken by that woman from Rhodes Island. This false recovery is indeed not a good thing, but your concert with Red is just a few days away. After a few days, your voice of terror will be removed, and then you'll leave Wiesenheim. Nobody will ever notice that we're short of a few infected. Oh, what a bitch. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you won't come away now, Grafortica's shadow will follow you your entire life. Is that really what you want? No, but I don't want to do that either. Goodbye, Dame Gertrude. Where are you going? None of your business. Your footsteps sound rather unsteady. Are you getting a headache? I already told you. It's none of your business. He got worked up. Not good for him. Oh, we started the stage. That wasn't too bad. That was not that much story. Sweet. Oh, I like that. Dun dun. Oh, I see. Okay, what interesting, like, honestly, what a interesting, what would you call it, mechanic? Eh? Kinda want... Guess I'll have you here. Then have you here. Oh, it's still here. That's such a shame. Survive. Let's go. Okay. Yep. We are good to go. No, we are not good to go. Okay. I like the musical references in here. Yeah, they are nice. Wait, I don't know why I even have you here, to be honest. Okay. So far so good, I guess. I didn't even get an opportunity to use. Wow, that's unlucky. And boom. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's all of them. Sweet. Nice, not bad. She's insane, absolutely insane. That's an entire district of people we're talking about. Besides, does she really think she can come away clean from the incident of this scale? If I went along with her mind, I'd be the first one to take the fall. Even though I'm losing this opportunity, there's nothing to feel bad about. I'll have other opportunities I can afford to wait. I made it to Wiesheim's custom office. And the headache. Just as Ebenholz is about to enter the customs office, an intense headache nearly knocks him off his feet. A coward on the run. I don't need you telling me what to do. Even if I die in Arctica, I don't want to become a murderer like you. You fear, you are afraid. Is this the Witch King? If you are ensnared by fear, then never in your life shall you taste freedom. Shut up! Naive idiot. Call me whatever you want. You think that woman can get you out of here so easily? Hiya. Also, did I spoil too much by mentioning the Witch King? I don't think you are piecing anything together, so it's fine. Okay, give me a second. Good, it doesn't look like there's anyone here. I just need to be extra careful and make sure nobody sees me. Oh, he needs to release his arts. Something that lived inside of him, right? Not really. Not really. I don't wanna tell you anything. Like, I don't wanna spoil it until until it's explained either on screen or in the event. Just a little farther, and it'll be an uninhabited plate of the edge of the city. And he starts playing, right? Are you seriously planning to jump off the edge of a nomadic city? Or was he planning to kill himself? Well, that is technically the quickest way out of Iserheim. I would advise against it. Don't force my hand, Gertrude. I have no intention of doing that. Then leave me alone and get out of my sight. Where do you plan to go? Iserheim will continue to move until the concert comes to an end. You have nowhere to go. Even you risk life and limb to force your way out. Only a barren wasteland awaits you. I'd rather step in the uncharted wasteland and I'd rather die in the waste than spend another second in Wiesenheim. Correct. I understand how you feel, but can you calm down first and let me finish? What more do I need to hear from you? Do you really want me to reveal everything to you right here, my dear Graf Vortica? Graf Vortica. You don't need to emphasize my title, I know what you're trying to say. Does he now, does he? First of all, I promise that under the current conditions our plan can proceed smoothly. It's not our plan, it's yours. If your semantic games allow you to sleep better at night, so be it. Right is Voice of Terra's image, and Rhode Island has also discovered its side effects. Can a damaged Voice of Terra cancel out another one? Even if it could, would Rhode Island turn a blind eye? Indeed, Kratis' Voice of Terra can still join in resonance. As for Rhode Island, where do you think we are? This is Wiesenheim, my domain. That little Fräulein Hibiscus is also unaffected, even letting her step into Lithuanian is only to keep up appearances with Rhode Island. She can go nowhere but Wiesenheim. In any case, she only knows that there's something going on with you and Kreide, but doesn't know how it's happening. She has no evidence. Understand, you don't have the heart to bring harm upon the infected who have nothing to do with this. The way I see it, this compassion is extraneous. But if you truly wish to act upon it, it is even more important that you carry out the plan. Carry out the plan, and let all those infected people die. I'll tell you the rest of the plan then. You and Kreide will duet, and you will remove your own Voice of Terra. Afterwards, I'll create some commotion in the concert hall and take advantage of the chaos to kill Kreide and disguise his body as yours. What did you say? As he has become the biggest scourge of the Afterglow, it is impossible for him to live on. Impossible for what? Don't be ridiculous. The biggest scourge of the Afterglow is none other than you. Okay, give me a second. So Kreide is gonna be dead. Wow. Can we save him? Probably not. Like, the thing telling me that he's not gonna survive is that we are getting Cerny as a healthcare unit and Ebenholz as the what do we call it? As the pulling unit, and also Hibiscus Alter as the unit in the pulse. So I don't think his future is bright. Also, just excuse me, my brain kicked in like I need to perfectly adjust my mic or it's gonna bother me. There we go. Exit. Impossible for what? Yeah, I read that. As I said before, on the Scourge of the African who come for cry this corrupted voice of Terra. Let me just get that. There we go, lovely. Resonance exacerbates the leakage of the voice of Terra in an irreversible process. Even if you were to plummet off the edge of this nomadic city, Crisis Voice of Terra would not return to the relatively harmless state it was a week ago. More importantly, the Voice of Terra isn't just harming the people around Kryda, it's also hurting him. He's the biggest victim of the resonance between you two. He may seem perfectly healthy right now, but don't be fooled, that is just another example of forced recovery. Kryda's body may have been adapted to the Voice of Terra in the past, but with the recent surge of leakage, this delicate balance is about to be thrown upside down. An optimistic estimate is that his good days will come to an end within 2 weeks. After that, he will experience intense suffering that occurs in the acute phase following the fast recovery phase. The happiest ending for both him and the Africa would be for him to die following the concert. Hey, you're listening on this, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? For you, for me, for the afterglow, and for him, it would be a good thing. I would obtain a tram card I could pull out at any time. The afterglow would obtain peace, Kryda would obtain his rest, and you would obtain your freedom. Graf Fortica, right from here of Lothian. The last of the Witchkin's bloodline. There we go. There we go, the cat's out the bag. Freedom. For as long as I can remember, I never knew freedom. Yeah, I did try the new game mode. Poor child, none courtesy nor greeting are needed, just listen to me. Even though you were born from a distant branch of far from the Witch King, you are indeed the last of his bloodline. Out of pity, I will not trouble you. Beyond that, you shall also inherit the fiefs passed down from generation to generation in your family. You will become the lean share of Vertica. You will learn to take responsibility for your own subjects. You are about to take a completely different path from that of your disgraceful kin. Await you. This is my first memory. I was around 5 to 6 years old at the time. I can't remember from before that. I only vaguely remember coming into contact with a strangely thing called the Voice of Terra and nearly lost my life. Staring at the pure white dress in front of me, I was filled with thoughts that I'd become some obscure little aristocrat. I thought I'd live the rest of my life in peace, with the exception of the occasional headaches and auditory hallucinations from the Voice of Terra. Your Illustrious Highness, you should know that you're to mind your words and actions and do not leave the spire without good reason. I must remind you everything that you are has been bestowed by you by their majesties. Your Illustrious Highness, are you forgetting something? You ought to praise their majesties before you eat. Your Illustrious Highness, we will be learning a new piece today. This song expresses the gratitude of the nobles towards their majesties. Please keep that in your heart. Your Illustrious Highness, your mastery of Virginia arts is simply transcendent. You want something more elaborate? Ha! You need not wear yourself out. Everyone around me did everything they could to limit my freedom, insisting my mind and allegiance to the twin empresses. If that was the price for being able to live in peace and quiet, I was willing to pay it. Can't swear. Like you saw what they called him, the last of the Witchkin's bloodline. I paid it for a very long time. Your Illustrious Highness, I shall be frank from the onset. You are the true heir of Lothian. Yeah, I had to fix something. There we go. I've been lying in wait in your spire for a number of years now. I'm sure you recognize me. You don't have to say anything. Just listen to me. You don't have to agree with me or repudiate me. I know that you're scared, and you don't want to lose even this life you have now, but you should at least know those people, how those people see you, and what they want you to do. I'm sure you know that the attendants, the tyrants that force upon you, are setting up a banquet below. I will take you there and let you see the truth. The one in front of me grabbed me and pulled me up off the ground. My palm was drenched in sweat. Now, that's the good stuff. I had no idea you had such exquisite wine down in the cellar. You flatter me. Artica's countryside lacks just about everything, but there are indeed a number of master winemakers here. And we've got to make sure to drink our fill before the little run grows up. Can't be leaving any for him. That's it, we will do. The boy has been at the house race for a number of years, but I'm looking for the right time to teach him how to drink. I have to fill him until he's hopeless alcoholic. I was entranced for a short while. Wow, what shit adults he grew up with. You will become the lurcher of Vertica. Oh, so you still had to trick up your sleeves. Once the rant has been completely soaked with wine, it'll be a load off their majesties. Shh. Yes, right. Screw me, mate. Guess I'll have to repent with another glass. You will learn to take responsibility for your own subjects. But remember, those words don't leave the wine table. We can't allow the boy to have the heirs. That's the order from on high, with my life on the line. If it's that big of a deal, why don't you find an apothecary? That would work. I'd have to, a paper trail. Only by letting him usher its own downfall will my task be considered complete. Ambitious, truly ambitious. Come, let us drink to that. You are about to take a completely different path from that of your disgraceful kin. If I can get rid of the boy without getting my hands dirty, then Ertika will be mine. I'll drink to that. Prost. Prost. Wow. Did you hear that, boy? This is the peaceful, easygoing life you wanted. Wow. Herrenhunds? You fell off over on the spot. I almost had you sent to the hospital. Feeling a little better? I'm perfectly fine. About the plan? I don't want to hear it right now. I'm going. As I said, you can leave at any time. Don't come pestering me again. Well, you have to forgive me for being bold at following orders. Wow. Is he going to cry that? Oh, bad idea. Welcome back. Your complexion looks terrible. What's wrong? Did you get sick? I'm fine. You sure don't look fine to me. Go rest in bed and I'll boil some water for you. There's no need. Relax, I used to take care of Grandpa when he first got sick. Just lie down and let me handle the rest. If you don't get any better, I'm going to the hibiscus. I'll be right back. Graf Vertica endures a splitting headache and lies there in bed. His consciousness gradually blurs. This is bad. This is very bad. Or is that the end of the stage? Him falling like unconscious? No, I hear more. Depraved maggots. They will destroy your exalted bloodline. Shut up. Self-deprecating trash. The sound of a cello comes from afar. Guys, one fine. Or is it Kreide practicing? His headache is no less intense, but the voice in Graf Vertica's head is drowned out by the melody from the cello. A wave of reprieve washes over him. The breeze lilts by its song. This melody sounds somewhat familiar. Give me a second. His splitting headache makes it impossible for him to gather his thoughts, but he feels he has heard this melody somewhere before. The river murmurs clear. Where have I heard this before? Where? My heart. Oh, look at him. Poor soul. Hey, you're finally awake. They caught you trying to cross the border. Sorry, I had to. There we go, fixed it. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And like this is driving me this is actually driving me nuts. Wow. Wow, I hate that so much. Like just the ticking. Hi. Just stay put for now. Hibiscus just came over and drew water when she saw the state you were in. She said there's nothing wrong with your body, but you might be overstressed and worn out. Overstressed. Huh. I heard someone playing the cello just now. Was that you? Yes. Where did you learn that melody? Maybe someone hummed it to me when I was little. I don't exactly remember. When you were little. When you were little. You're that? And what? The weekend Graf Furtica struggles a few times, but nevertheless is unable to crawl out of bed. But those dusty memories within his mind, awakened by the sound of the cello, flashed once more before his eyes. What did he see? God damn it! I got curious. Fuck you, game. Actually got curious. Oh, story stage. Whoa, we're halfway there. Not the mailbox. Okay. I'm gonna read this and end it after this one. I think it's enough. It's like hour and a half. It's gonna be like an hour and 40 minutes by the time I finish it, hopefully. So that's more than enough, I think. No, they offer sacrifice not to that deceased figure, but to the fragments within their own hearts. What are we about to read? I'm scared. Oh, where are we? Flashback? Memories? So these are the only ones left of His Majesty's bloodline. Those wretched women were quick at their handiwork. This is the best we can do. I still say that we shouldn't be treating His Majesty's melodies so frivolously. What do you think we should do then? I think we should be a little more cautious here. Cautious, sir. People are being slaughtered day after day, and you want me to be cautious? This is our last chance. Even if bringing His Majesty's bloodline and melodies won't revive one of His Majesty's powers, at the very least. How old am I? 2, 3. In the middle of a rundown building, I look around at my surroundings, bewildered. The man who brought me here told me that both my father and mother had already been lynched. For fuck's sake. At the time, I didn't even understand what lynched and death meant. He even told me that from here on out, this would be my home. I was going to be part of a grand plan, and if luck was on my side, I could even become Ruthenian's next ruler. I don't get it. I don't get any of it at all. The only thing I understood is in my confusion was that I probably would never get to go back to my room, where sunlight beamed in every morning. Also, Looney, why the fuck are you still awake? Go sleep. I can't sleep soon. I can't 2 minutes. Didn't I tell you already? It's impossible to make a person into a vessel for the voice of terror. You knew it was impossible. Did you let any of us know you were against the plan before it started then? And now only after they started to buy the dust. Are you complaining? Don't make me laugh. No, let me tell you, this isn't a waste. This is a price we must pay for our success. As long as one of them survives, we won't have to hide out here in the provinces like thieves. Victoria, Ursus, Casimir's. There are more parties interested in our plans that we can count. As long as we succeed, their armies will now secure revenge against those awful women. Against the Twin Empresses? Who even are the Twin Empresses? Now I'm curious. Did I see them? Did I like ever see them in Arknights? I probably did, I just never paid attention to them. Just give me a second, I'm fixing up the mic positioning. Why the fuck do I have to do this? Because my brain won't allow me not to. There we go, nice. That day, the lady who's been taking care of me disappeared. Once she was gone, the men who brought us our meals but didn't stay with us started arguing with each other. I didn't understand what they were arguing about. All I knew was that the lady who sang songs for us probably wasn't going to be back again. If I remember correctly, this is how the song goes. The sky is blue and fine. The breeze lulls by in song. The river murmurs clear. My heart is filled with hope. I think there was more to the song, but she never sang that part to us. Wow. What is it this time? Out with it. That's another one of them, dead. So what? We're making progress. Next time we'll move the operating room farther away and add some soundproofing material. We'll definitely get there. The weather got cold and in the war. At first those men would make a huge ruckus whether someone disappeared. They gradually complained less and less. Our meals got worse too, but at least we were able to fill our stomachs, thanks to there being fewer mouths to feed. Perhaps this is just how man is meant to be. Before you know it, they disappear. And so did their things too. Like the cane that belonged to the old granny, the music box that belonged to the boy, and when and the regime dies that belonged to the older man. But there were also things that stayed with us, like the song that the girl liked to sing. There was a boy who learned the song and he liked humming it. Oh, fuck. You remember them. Just what are we doing? We brought His Majesty's bloodline under our protection, only to send them to their deaths. Wake up, this is a necessary price to pay to make sure His Majesty's bloodline can wield his powers properly. We have to make the sacrifices. We are learning more and more about the voice of Terra. We'll succeed soon enough. What about those who died? No, let's stop these crazy experiments. Let's start over with new identities and raise the few we have left. They might just grow up to become fine men like His Majesty. Stop dreaming, we need the voice of Terra. Then, after a year or perhaps two, I really have no idea. It was just me and the boy. I'd start trembling in fear every time those men came to our room. When he saw that, the boy would comfort me and tell me that everything was alright before standing in front of them. Then, as soon as they were gone, he would sing a song. My heart is filled with hope. You two have been here for a long time. You may be kids, but you've figured out already, haven't you? You're His Majesty's only surviving bloodkin. After all, I don't want to make this too ugly. I'll let you decide who will be next. We made vast improvements. Our technology might succeed, most likely. Whichever you that undergoes the experiment might become a really truly amazing caster. We weren't stupid. The man in normal attire told us the same thing the few times before that, but none of the ones who left with him ever came back. Alex trembled. I looked to the boy next to me, his love for pain too. I didn't want to disappear, nor did I want him to disappear, but he noticed my gaze and turned to me, and spoke those words as his lips trembled. I'll do it. When I heard him say that, I couldn't keep myself upright anymore. My legs gave out, and I fell to the ground. Wow. I lived alone in an empty room for 2 whole months. Then, on a rainy night, they brought the boy back. His eyes were closed and he bit his lips hard, but he was alive. I thought it was a miracle, but mere days later he was taken from the room again, never to be seen again, just like the others. He was still humming the song before he left. My heart is filled with hope. What dark nights this fuck do? A few days came and went, and it was finally my turn. I followed those two. On our way I saw many rooms that I had never seen before. There were all kinds of devices and equipment inside. We arrived at a small room that was completely white inside. The woman in spire caster attire told me to lie down on the bed. She was wearing a white surgical mask and gloves. I had a very strange feel to them. She put a mask over my face, and that was the last thing I remember. At least he didn't feel any of it. I was woken up by their cheers. When I awakened, it felt like there was lava burning in my brain and roasting my eyes. The pain lasted, how long was it? Days, weeks, months? Nevertheless, as time went on, the pain slowly weakened. In the end, I would get bouts of intense pain that quickly subsided. I waited for them to carry me outside like everybody else, but they didn't. Not only that, they started to phone on me, gave me more food and let me run outside in the courtyard. They started giving me lessons to teach me how to read, write, and most importantly, use Reginium arts. Very solemnly, they gave me the wand and the Reginium dice that belonged to the old man and told me to cherish them, and they were a part of His Majesty's collection. Thereafter, whether I showed any aptitude for arts, they would shower me with praise. Of course, though they didn't last very long. What happened? Who found them? Is this... Waarom get we the boy? From the looks of it, even if it pushed him to his limits, he would only be able to arm wrestle a single Empress's voice fighter. Perhaps we should adjust his voice of terror energy fluctuation like the last one. Forget it. What are you afraid of? If you improve, you can't. You dare talk back to me? We had so many verses of Voice of Terror, and this is the only one that can still be played. We had 15 of His Majesty's Motkin, and this boy is the only one left. If we raise him right, we might yet be able to flee to another country and buy ourselves official appointments there, and more importantly, His Majesty's bloodline will continue. If he ends up buggered like the other kids, then the only way we'll have to make it up to His Majesty is by taking our own lives. The next day, they were gone too. They didn't take their own lives, rather it was because the Empress's voice they kept talking about were here. When I sat in the empty room and listened to the screams outside, I couldn't help but feel a sense of joy. After all, they all love to talk about His Majesty's bloodline. And now that they feared the most, the destruction of this cursed bloodline was finally about to happen. An elegantly dressed man kicked the door in and entered. This must be the Empress's voice. He looked at me, and neither lowered his weapon nor attacked. He was probably hesitating. Hesitating for what? I picked up my wand and pointed it at the Empress's voice, and the Rogenium dice started to revolve around me. As I expected, he dashed towards me unbelievably quickly and struck the brass instrument on my head hard. Oh, but he didn't kill him. Interesting. That strike was the very thing that divided my short life into two wildly different halves. Graf Ortega had forgotten how he found himself handcuffed to his chair. His frequent headache served as the only reminder that the Witch King's final melody yet lives in his head. How big of a deal was the Witch King? Now I'm interested. Like, we keep getting mentions of him, but how strong was he? Like, could Amy overpower him, like with no limit to run? His regent, managing the Grafschaft, has told him with score that it is an artifact left behind by the ones whose name we dare not speak, and that it's no longer separable from his body. But he has no idea at all how he became one with that thing. He remembers now. What should he do? What can he do? Oh, that's it? Oh, there's a... Okay, let's do another training. Like, what's going on? Waste energy, realigned flux. Okay, let's see. What new things are we dealing with? Oh, these styles are oh, okay. What are these styles gonna do? Ba-da-da-dum. Okay. Here, there's something like in front blocking the reminds. Oh, you play so. Okay, so you deploy someone on there and they're gonna break that up. Okay. Okay, let's keep it up. Oh, they just need time to break. I see. Okay. Fuck's sake, I messed up. Oh, that's a big fucky wucky. Yep, I'm dead. Okay. I'm somehow not dead yet. Wow. Okay. Oh, well, there it goes. No! Stop them! Wow. Oh, that's a strong lady. Okay. Yep, let's redo that. God fucking damn it. I didn't know that's how it works. Shut up. Was it Stuart? Yeah, it was Stuart, wasn't it? Okay, now I know what's going on. Boom, boom. Silence, silence. Okay. Okay. There we go. What the fuck? How am I supposed to do anything here? Like, could I have cast it again? What's going on here? Am I blind or what's going on here? Oh, I fucked it up. What am I, like, what am I not seeing? I'm not seeing something obvious and I don't know what it is. I'm tired as fuck. What am I not seeing? Okay. I'm not seeing something and I don't know what it is. Kinda pisses me off, not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah, genuinely have no idea, like, what am I missing? What's going on here? Okay. 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 There we go. What, my brain just went for some reason there, like sheesh. So we gotta break those to unlock points where we can like position our operators. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for later. Is there like, yeah, there is, okay. Let's see how this works. Okay, yeah, I think about leaving it here. It's almost 2 AM. Sheesh. Yeah, like I'm gonna do probably next time 2 stages and the last 2 stages the day after. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now. So good night, Looney. Have a nice night. I'm gonna go sleep. So that's gonna be it for now. See you next time. Bye bye.